Hi students, I am Narayana Prakash. Welcome to FICO Academy online classes. Today, there is a good topic for you, reporter speech. This is the topic which we want to discuss today. And let me tell you first, direct speech and indirect speech. So, what is a direct speech and what is an indirect speech? Direct speech means if you talk with someone, it is called a direct speech because that person is standing before you and you are communicating your ideas directly with that person. So, it is called a direct speech. And if you inform the same matter to another person, that is called the indirect speech. Indirect speech has another name, that is reporter speech. You understand? Indirect speech has another name, that is called a reporter speech. And I shall give you one example, then you can easily understand what is reporter speech and what is direct speech. Okay, this is only an example. She said, I need some money. She said, I need some money. This is an example of a direct speech. She said, I need some money. This is an example of a direct speech. My friends, here two clauses are used. So, you want to understand what is a clause. Clause means it will have one subject and one predicate. If a sentence has contained one subject and one predicate, it is called a clause. Here two sentences are given. She said, that is one sentence. I need some money, that is the second sentence. So, you just analyze the first sentence. She said, it is a clause because she is the subject and said is the predicate. And in the second sentence, I need some money. I is the subject, need some money, that is the predicate. I hope you understood. Listen, two clauses are given here, two sentences are given here. Clause, I told you, clause means, it will have one subject and one predicate. And two sentences are given here. She said, that is one sentence, and I need some money, that is the second sentence. And here she said, she is the subject, said is the predicate. And similarly, I need some money. I is the subject, need some money, that is the predicate side. Listen, I need some money. This you want to report this clause. You want to report this clause. So, this is called a reporting clause. This is only an introduction. Later, I shall explain everything. Now, I give you only the skeleton of a reporter speech, only the outline. And here, I need some money, I told you it is a clause. And here we can say that reporting clause because we want to report this message. We want to report this message to another person. That's why it is called a reporting clause. And remember, while you write a reporting clause, you have to use a punctuation mark. You have to use a proper punctuation mark while you write a reporting clause. And here she said, the first clause, she said that is the first clause. And she is the subject, said is the predicate. So, this said is called a reporting verb. This said is called a reporting verb. Listen, my friends, please listen. The reporting verb may be changed according to the context. And you may think that said will be always, you can use the said as a reporting verb every moment. No, it will change according to the course of time. It may be replied, suggested, told, advised, recommended, advised, etc., etc., which depends the situation. You understand? According to the situation, you can change the reporting verb. Now I used said here. You know, it is only a simple reporting verb, everyone will use, that's why I used here. And you know, you can change if you like, considering the situation. In different situation, you know, you can use, you can select different types of reporting verb. Okay, she said, I need some money. I need some money is the reporting clause and said is the reporting verb. And another thing, in direct speech, the reporting clause may be at the beginning of a sentence or at the end of a sentence. You understand? The reporting clause may be at the beginning of a sentence or at the end of a sentence. For example, I need some money, she said. I need some money, comma, she said. That means, you know, the reporting clause is used at the beginning of a sentence. You know, the answer will be same whether it comes at the beginning or at the end of a sentence. It doesn't matter, the answer will be the same. And here, you know, the reporting clause is used at the end of a sentence, not at the beginning. Here it is used at the end of a sentence. She said, I need some money. Okay, it has got some laws and regulations. Now I am not using that laws and regulation. I already told you it is an outline, it is only a skeleton of a reporter speech. And you know, I am going to change this direct speech into indirect speech. So the answer will be, she said that, I means she, need will become needed. She said that she needed some money. Okay. Now what happened? She said that she needed some money, and you don't know how this answer is got. Very simple, you know, I will tell you everything later. We have to use all our formulas of a tense. You know, the entire English grammar, I mean the language, closely connected with the rules and regulation of time and tense. That's why I taught you the lesson time and tense first. You know, you want to by heart everything, otherwise you will be confused. You know, while you write a sentence, you will have some idea, you know, is it correct here? Why you are getting such a feeling? Because you know, your foundation of English grammar is not so strong. And if it is strong, you know, which is the foundation? I mean the time and tense. And if the foundation is strong, you can build more and more on it. It will be quite simple. Okay, come to the point. I will tell you later how I got the answer. She said that she needed some money. You know, now we joined the two sentences together. Actually, you know, two sentences are given here, and I joined the two sentences together by a conjunction, by using a conjunction that. You know, that is a conjunction. So it is called the introducing word. Introducing word. This that is called an introducing word. You understand? I cemented the two sentences together by the conjunction that. I connected the two sentences together by the conjunction that. Now this conjunction you can call as introducing word. And I need some money, you know, that is the reporting clause. In the direct speech, you know, it is indirect speech. Now it became indirect speech. Indirect speech means Indirect speech means reporter speech. You know, I told you indirect speech has got another name, reporter speech. I need some money, that is the reporting clause, and we converted that sentence into reporter speech, so that now you can call it as, you know, reported clause. You can call it as reported clause. Why? Because you already reported it. Earlier, you know, you want to report it, that's why you call it as a reporting clause. Now it is already reported. I mean, you conveyed the message to another person. You communicated this matter to another person. So you can call it as reporting clause. You understand? And the word said, you know, the verb said, here it was called a reporting verb. Now, you know, it is already reported, so you can say that reported verb. Reported verb. What does it mean? You know, the matter is already reported here. As the matter is already reported here, you can call this verb as a reported verb. Okay. And what you see? You know, there is some difference. You can see some difference between the first sentence and the second sentence. In direct speech, you know, you have to use the proper punctuation mark. I think you know very well about punctuation mark. I mean, full stop, comma, semicolon, inverted comma, something like that. They are called punctuation marks. You know, they are very necessary. If you want to get the proper meaning, you want to use the appropriate punctuation marks. So why do you change a direct speech into indirect speech? You don't need to use the punctuation marks as you have used in direct speech. You know, please look at the example of indirect speech. And do you see any punctuation marks here? No. You won't see. I mean, you know, while you change a direct speech into indirect speech, you are not supposed to use any punctuation marks as you have done in direct speech. Okay, this is only an introduction and outline. I told you. Listen, now I already gave you the introduction about reporter speech. I introduced you know, what is direct speech and what is indirect speech. Direct speech means if the communication is going on directly. Directly means, you know, that person is standing before you and you are talking. Suppose, you know, you have a friend named Rajesh, and you know, you are communicating a message with Rajesh. You know, that is called a direct speech. And after that communication, you know, this Rajesh is informing the same matter to his friend Mahesh. You know, that is called indirect speech or reporter speech. And I already explained what is reporting clause and reported clause. And while we connect the two sentences together, we have to use an introducing word, a conjunction. Which conjunction we used here? That. Okay. Then we can go to the exact class of a reporter speech. You know, everything is dependent on time and tense. You know, this reporter speech is very simple. And you want to learn some technique, then you can easily do that. Okay, I am going to make 2 columns and 1 column for direct speech and another column for reporter speech. Reporter speech means indirect speech. Okay. And which tense you learn first? Simple present tense. Simple present tense is the first tense you have learned. Okay, simple present tense. Listen, my friends, this simple present tense has another name. Do you know that? Simple present tense is the first division of present tense. Similarly, simple past tense is the first division of past tense. Simple future tense is the first division of future tense. And you know, if there is a first child in our family, you know, first child is born in our family. First child is born in our family. So we shall call the baby in various names. Do you understand? You know, the mother will call the baby in one name, father will call the baby in another name, and grandparents and other family members, they will call the baby in various names. And similarly, this simple present tense has another name, that is present indefinite. Present indefinite. Okay, and when I checked the question papers recently, I noticed they used present indefinite. Actually, I know present indefinite. I know that, you know, present indefinite is the another name for simple present tense, but I didn't speak about it in the previous classes. So present tense has another name, that is present indefinite. Okay, so listen, what is the structure of a simple present tense? What is the structure of a simple present tense? Subject plus first form of the verb. Subject plus first form of the verb. Okay, I am not going to speak that side. I already explained about a simple present tense and its usage. I am not going to speak that side. Listen, my friends, you know, the direct speech comes in simple present tense. You know, one person has spoken sentences in simple present tense. And how can you change that sentences into indirect speech? You know, you have to use simple past tense. Simple past tense. Similarly, this simple past tense has got another name. What is that? Past indefinite. Past indefinite. Okay. Listen, here present indefinite, one name for simple present tense. Similarly, simple past tense has another name, that is past indefinite. So what is the formula of a past indefinite? Or what is the formula of a simple past? Listen, what is that? Subject plus second form of the verb. Subject plus second form of the verb. You know, what kind of difference you see between the two tenses? What kind of difference you see between the two tenses? I mean, in simple present tense, we use first form of the verb, whereas in simple past tense, we use second form of the verb. Do you understand? In simple present tense, we use the first form of the verb, whereas in simple past tense, we use the second form of the verb. You know, let me give you an example, then you can understand it easily. She said, I like oranges. You know, you will get only simple sentences for your exam. They will give you only simple sentences. And if you write any university examination, you can expect they will give you some complicated sentences. But as far as concerned with you, you will get only simple sentences. Listen, she said, I like oranges. I like oranges. You know, two clauses are given here. She said first clause. I like oranges, that is the second clause. And you want to report this clause only, I like oranges. I like oranges, that is the clause which you want to report, which you want to change into indirect speech. Listen, I is the subject and like is the first form of the verb. You understand? I is the subject, like is the first form of the verb. And here, what about here? Second form of the verb. Second form of the verb, you want to change, you can use only second form of the verb here. So I am going to change she said, then I am going to connect the two sentences together. And which conjunction I can use? That. You know, that is the introducing word. I can use that to connect the two sentences together. So she said that, I means she. You understand? I means she. So she said that she, and like is the first form of the verb. Like is the first form of the verb. Okay. So which verb you can use here? You can use here only second form of the verb. I mean, for simple present tense, you know, when you convert a simple present tense into simple past, what kind of change will happen? I mean, the first form of the verb will change into second form of the verb. I mean, like will become liked. She said that she liked oranges. You know how simple it is? She said that she liked oranges. And you know, after writing this sentence, you are not supposed to use any punctuation marks. You know, some students may write punctuation marks after writing this indirect speech or reporter speech. Listen, you are not supposed to use any punctuation marks after writing a sentence in reporter speech, I mean indirect speech. You know, this is one example, and I shall give you another one more example. The boy said, I want a cycle. I want a cycle. Simple one. I want a cycle. Listen, I want a cycle. I want a cycle. You know, you want to convey this message. You want to report this message. That's why, you know, we have to put that message within inverted commas. The boy said, I want a cycle. I want a cycle. That is the message you want to convey, you want to inform. So the answer is the boy said that. The boy said that. You know, that is the connection word I. And who is I? The boy. I means the boy. So you can use he. The boy said that he want. Want is the first form of the verb, and you can change this want into second form. So want will become wanted. The boy said that he wanted what? He wanted a cycle. He wanted a cycle. Okay, how simple it is. I tell you, my friends, first of all, you should identify in which tense the sentence is written. That is the first thing you want to understand. You know, when you get a question paper and if the reporter's speech is asked, you know, first of all you read the sentence and identify in which tense is used there. Then you can make some changes. And now we studied only one condition. What is that condition? if the direct speech is used in simple present tense, if the direct speech is used in simple present tense, you should change the same sentence into simple past. You understand? You should change the same sentence into simple past. And the first form of the verb should be changed into the second form of the verb. You understand? The first form of the verb. In simple present tense, we use only the first form of the verb. Whereas in simple past tense, we can use the second form of the verb. Okay? Then we are going to the second condition. Now we studied a simple present tense, and which is the next tense? Do you have an idea? You already studied everything. And the second tense in present tense. Okay, second one, present continuous. Present continuous is the second one. Okay, present continuous, this tense is also called a present progressive. Present continuous has another name, present progressive, because it expresses a continuing action. Present continuous, this is an example. I am talking, I am teaching, and you are listening my class. A good example for present continuous or present progressive. So it has a structure. It has a formula, that is subject plus is or am or are plus present participle. Present participle. What is present participle? That is ing form of the verb. Okay, there are two types of participles in English, present participle and past participle. Present participle is the ing form of the verb, and past participle is the ed or en form of the verb. And we already studied. So subject plus is or am or are plus present participle. That is the formula of a present continuous. And if the direct speech is used in present continuous, you should change that sentence into past continuous, just opposite. You understand? The previous sentence, simple present, simple past. I mean, we selected the just opposite of it. And similarly, present continuous. And we can select the just opposite. What is the opposite? Past continuous. So by looking this column, you can easily prepare the formula of a past continuous. Subject plus and is or am. The past of is or am, that is was. Okay. And are, the past of are, that is were. Then the same thing, present participle. Present participle. The same thing, that is ing. And I have noticed that some students, they will use a past participle here instead of a present participle. They think that we want to make everything in past, so they would use the past participle instead of a present participle. So the structure is subject plus was or were plus present participle. Okay, I shall give you one example. Tom said, I am waiting for Jerry. A good example it is. Tom said, I am waiting for Jerry. And I think that you can easily convert this sentence into past continuous. Very simple it is. Tom said, I am waiting for Jerry. Listen, you need to make only one change. What is that change? Here am, the auxiliary verb am is used here. And this same am you can use as was. You just look at the structures. Subject is am are plus present participle. Subject plus was or were plus present participle. Listen, and where you see the changes? Where you see the changes? You know the changes is there on auxiliary verbs. Here is am are and there we used was or were. Everything is correct except the changes in auxiliary verbs. So very simple. Tom said the connection word. We want to use the connection word. Tom said that. And I. And who is I? I mean Tom. Do you understand? Tom said that. So you don't need to repeat Tom again. You don't need to repeat the noun, I mean the subject Tom again. So you can use he instead of Tom. Tom said that he am. What is the past form of am? That is was. He was. Okay. He was waiting for Jerry. He was waiting for Jerry. Okay, now we have got the answer. Tom said that he was waiting for Jerry. Tom said that he was waiting for Jerry. You know what changes we have done? In the place of am, we used was. No change. And I became Tom. So we used he. Tom said that he was waiting for Jerry. And I shall give you another example. I am writing letters. I am writing letters. I am writing letters. She said. I am writing letters, she said. And listen, here the reporting clause is used at the beginning of this sentence. I already told you, you can use the reporting clause at the beginning of a sentence or at the end of a sentence. And here is another example, a separate example. Here what I did, I used the reporting clause at the beginning of a sentence. I am writing letters, she said. Okay, the same thing am is used here. And what will come? Am will become was. No doubt. This is same auxiliary verb am will become was. So the answer is she said that. She said that. And I means she. She said that she was writing letters. She was writing letters. Okay. Okay, we can go to the third condition. The third condition, which is the third tense. Any idea? Third tense you have studied. The third tense is present perfect. Present perfect. Third tense. And this present perfect will become past perfect in reporter speech. Present perfect will become past perfect in reporter speech. Just opposite. Again I say that for simple present tense, we used a simple past tense. For present continuous, we used a past continuous. Then this is a present perfect. We can use past perfect for it. Okay, what is the formula of a present perfect? That is subject plus has or have plus past participle. Subject plus has or have plus past participle. So, what is past participle? Ed or en form of the verb. Ed or en form of the verb. I mean the third form of the verb. The third form of the verb is called the past participle. Subject plus has or have plus past participle. That is present perfect. Then come to past perfect. And by looking this formula, you can prepare the formula of a past perfect. You know, that is not a good method. And you have to by heart all these formulas. Otherwise, you know, you won't get the proper answer. Okay, past perfect. The formula of a past perfect is subject plus and has or have. And what is the past form of a has or have? I mean had. You know, anybody can easily say that. Had is the past form of a has or have. Subject plus had plus past participle. Same thing. Subject plus had plus past participle. That is ed or en form of the verb. And what kind of difference you feel these two sentences, between these two sentences? You know, in present perfect we use has or have, and in past perfect, you know, we use had for has or have. You know, we has or have, you know, you can use only present tense only, and for past you can use the past form, I mean had. Okay, I shall give you one example. I have passed the examination. I have passed the examination. I have passed the examination. She said. I have passed the examination. She said. Here, you know, the reporting clause is used at the beginning of the sentence. I have passed the examination, she said. So, what change you can make? You know, remove have and use had in its place. Very simple. You can remove have from here and you can use had instead of have. Okay, you know, I am going to write the answer. She said that. That is the introducing word. She said that. I means she. Okay, she said that she. Have will become had. She had passed the examination. She had passed the examination. Very simple. I have passed the examination, she said. So, the sentence is, she said that she had passed the examination. She said that she had passed the examination. Okay, I shall give you another example. She said to me. She said to me, I have finished my work. I have finished my work. She said to me, I have finished my work. You know, you feel some difficulty to get the answer. And you know, you studied some conditions. Now this sentence is totally different from them. She said to me, I have finished my work. And this is said to. You know, you should understand it. Listen carefully. You should keep it in mind. this said to will become told. Okay. While you write the answer, this said to me will become told. You may write she said to me that. You understand? You may write she said to me that. No, that is not a correct answer. You need to change said to into told. So the answer is, she told me that. She told me that. Okay, this is said to becomes told. She told me that I have finished my work. I, who is I? That is she. Okay, she have will become had. She had, then finished the same. She had finished my work, and my means, you know, it will change her work. Okay, you should be very careful. She told me that she had finished her work. Do you understand? Do you have any confusion? She told me that she had finished her work. She said to me, I have finished my work. Said to, you know, that changed and we wrote told. I have finished my work. I, who is I? She. My work, whose work? Her work. She told me that she had finished her work. Okay. Then next one, present perfect continuous. Fourth one. Present perfect continuous. Okay. Present perfect continuous. Fourth one. And you know, you can write the just of opposite. Simple present, simple past, present continuous, past continuous, present perfect, past perfect. Present perfect continuous, already you can understand past perfect continuous. Okay, it is past perfect continuous. Present perfect will become past perfect continuous. So what is the formula of a present perfect continuous? Do you know that? The formula of present perfect continuous? Subject plus has or have plus been plus present participle. Subject plus has or have plus been plus present participle. What is present participle? ing. ing form of the verb. Okay. You can write the formula of a past perfect continuous. What will be the formula of a past perfect continuous? Yes, subject plus has or have, that will become had. Okay, subject plus had plus been plus present participle. I told you present participle is the ing form of the verb. So listen the formula: subject plus has or have plus been plus present participle. And the formula of a past perfect continuous is that subject plus had plus been plus present participle. And what kind of difference you see here? And here has or have is used, and there in the place of has or have we used had. Okay. One example, she said, I have been reading for hours. She said, I have been reading for hours. Simple example. She said, you will get this type of examples. I already told you, never expect that, you will get some bigger sentences, complicated sentences. You will get only simple sentences like this. But you should have a good awareness in which tense the sentence is written. Then you can apply the same tense in the answer. Okay. So she said, I have been reading for hours. Have. Have is used. You can change have into had. The answer is correct. She said that. She said that. She said that. Okay. I. This I. Who is I? She. She said that she. And have. Have will become had. She said that she had been reading for hours. She said that she had been reading for hours. Okay, one more example. I have been working here. I have been working here. I have been working here for 2 hours. I have been working here for 2 hours. He said, I have been working here for 2 hours. I already taught you the application of since or for. The use of since or for. I mean, since shows a point in time and for shows a long period of time. Okay, since shows a point in time, for shows a long period of time. That you already studied. I have been working here for 2 hours, she said. So in this sentence, the reporting clause is given at the beginning of the sentence. The answer is same, whether it is given at the beginning or at the end of the sentence, it doesn't matter to us. The answer is same. So the answer is, he said that. He said that I have been, I mean he had been working, here. Nearness, here will become there. Some conditions, you want to study some conditions, and after that, I will speak about it. He said that he had been working there. Here will become there for 2 hours. Here will change into there. Here, distance, here will become, you want to show the distance. Nearness will become distance. Here, that is nearness, and nearness you want to change into distance. There, here will become there. I have been working here for 2 hours, he said. So the answer is, he said that he had been working there for 2 hours. So present perfect continuous is over. Now we studied, the 4 sections of a present tense. Simple present tense, we changed it into simple past. And present continuous, we changed it into past continuous. And present perfect, we changed it into past perfect. And present perfect continuous, we changed it into past perfect continuous. Now we studied the 4 divisions of present tense. And what kind of changes will happen while we change those sentences into indirect speech, I mean reported speech, we learned it. Okay, next we want to study what will happen if the sentences are used in past forms. Okay, the first one, simple past tense. Simple past. And simple past tense is very important, I have noticed most of the questions will be asked from that section. Very important. Simple past. simple past. And just now you studied the structure of a simple past. What is the structure of a simple past? Subject plus second form of the verb. You know, simple past has got another name, past indefinite, that I already told you. Okay, simple past is subject plus second form of the verb. Okay, what will happen if a sentence is used in simple past tense? And you may think that, you know, we can use a simple present tense. No, no. Generally, you know, some students may think we can use the just opposite. You may think so. No, that is not the correct answer. You can use past perfect. You know, past perfect. Very, very important. Past perfect. Generally, in most of the question papers, I have noticed that they would ask a sentence in past perfect. So, you want to change that sentence into past perfect. Do you understand? They will ask a sentence in simple past, I am sorry. They will ask a sentence in simple past. So, you want to change that sentence into past perfect. So, what is the structure of a past perfect? Listen, subject plus had plus past participle. Subject plus had plus past participle. Past participle means the ed or en form of the verb. Subject plus had plus past participle, I mean ed or en form of the verb. Okay, I shall give you one example. Raju said, I ate an apple. I ate an apple. Raju said, I ate an apple. You know, ate is the second form of the verb. Eat, first form. Ate, 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 second form. Eaten, 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 that is the past participle. I tell you, you should have the good awareness of the various forms of the verb. I mean the present form, past form and the past participle form. Ate is the second form. So, the answer is that Raju said that I, who is I? That is Raju. And we already used the noun, used the subject Raju here. So, we do not need to repeat that the noun, I mean the subject Raju again, you can use he. Raju said that he, then had. You know, we have got the subject, he is the subject had. You can use the auxiliary verb had. Raju said that he had plus past participle. You know, ate is the verb. Ate is the verb. What is the past participle of ate? Eaten. E-A-T-E-N, eaten. Raju said that he had eaten an apple. Okay, very simple. You know, first of all, you want to identify the sentence, in which tense it is used there. You want to identify it. And after that, you know, you can use the proper tense. You can convert that sentence into another sentence by using the proper tense. Okay, here simple past is used, I mean subject plus second form of the verb, and you want to convert that sentence into past perfect by using the formula, that is subject plus had plus past participle. See, Raju said that he had eaten an apple. And I shall give you one more example. I wrote a letter yesterday. I wrote a letter yesterday. He said, I wrote a letter yesterday. He said. I wrote a letter yesterday, he said. You know, wrote is the second form of the verb. Okay, W-R-O-T-E, wrote is the second form of the verb. I wrote a letter yesterday. Wrote is the second form of the verb. So, you know, you can understand that this sentence is written in simple past. So, the answer is that he said that I means he. I means he. He said that he had, okay, you know, had, we want to use a had here. He had wrote. Write, first form, wrote, W-R-O-T, wrote, second form, written, that is the third form. Okay, you can use only the past participle, I mean ed or en form of the verb. So, the answer is that he said that he had written what? A letter, he had written a letter, okay, yesterday, and you want to change yesterday. You are not supposed to use yesterday here, and yesterday, you know, it will change into the previous day. The previous day. Okay, you want to study these technical terms. I will give you the previous day. So, now we have got the answer. He said that he had written a letter the previous day. Remember, you know, simple past is very important. I have noticed some sentences in simple past in many question papers. Remember, if simple past is used in direct speech, you want to change that sentence into past perfect by using the formula, that is subject plus had plus past participle ed or en form of the verb. Today we discussed about reporter speech, and I already told you about direct speech and indirect speech, and what kind of changes will happen while we convert sentences of direct speech into indirect speech. If, you know, simple present tense is used in direct speech, you can use a simple past, and present continuous you can make a past continuous. Present perfect you can make a past perfect. Present perfect continuous, you know, you can convert that sentence into past perfect continuous. And there is one important thing you want to note very well: simple past. Okay, simple past is subject plus second form of the verb, and you should convert that sentence into past perfect. Okay, next day we can continue. Thank you very much for listening my class.
5Co Academy, first floor, PV Complex, Civil Line Road, West Fort, Thrissur. Phone 9946 999 460, 9946 999 461.